Hello everyone, in this video I'll be talking about Alustriel and one potential flaw or glitch that is currently affecting her. But before we get to that part, I need to explain a few things about the battle system. Since a lot of people tend to skip the battle animations and that's kind of where the action happens. Some of you might know what I'm talking about, but just bear with me. First of all, a unit consists of a hero and its troops. Both the hero and the troop each attack differently depending on their type, but the troop just has a much more simpler animation. And okay, with that said, I will start with the hero's attack animation first before we get to the troops. Alright, so infantry heroes will attack by staying where they are and releasing a shockwave. And well, in this case, I call it a wind scar, just like Elwyn did towards the enemy. And this stays true for all infantry heroes. Lancer heroes, on the other hand, they would charge to the middle of the screen and start shanking their enemies, just like Grenier is doing, and then return to the positions. And this is true for all Lancer heroes. Going on to cavalry heroes, they would charge across the screen at the enemies just like Sonya did and then return to where they were. And like always, that's true for all cavalry heroes. Flyer heroes will attack by staying in the back by shooting out some tornadoes and crap at the enemy, just like how Lance did, and just stay where they are. Moving to aquatic heroes, they actually attack very similar to an infantry hero. They just stay where they are and release their wind scar at the enemies. And notice how Lester just attacked very similar to how Elwyn did. And going to the ranged units, more specifically the archer, mages, and holy heroes, they all function kind of similar with each other. They just stay in the back and do their thing. Archers will shoot arrows to the sky and then it will do some arrow rain at the enemies. Mages will cast their spell and do some ghost at the enemy, while the holy heroes will do some laser beam at the enemy. And the main point to get here is, regardless of melee or range, they will continue to do this animation. For assassin heroes, well, they're a special case. And in that, it is that they will attack by, in a sense, blinking to the enemies and hitting the enemy hero first and returning before the enemy hero even attacks them. And this stays true whether they are getting attacked or on the attacking end, melee or range. So they have a slight advantage. Finally, the demon heroes, well, they're simple. They just follow the animations of what type they are supposed to represent. For example, if you're a demon Zerda, you attack like an assassin because she is a demon assassin. And that's pretty simple and straightforward. With all hero types out of the way, getting on to the troops, well, they're, like I said, simpler than the heroes. Melee troops will charge in and attack, and range would just stay where they are and shoot whatever it is that they are using, whether it be arrows, magic, or holy glittery stuff. But now we get to talk about the fun part, and that is Alustriel. Alustriel has two classes, the Ranger class and the Wolf Rider Commander class, which is a mouthful, so I'm just going to shorten it to Wolf Commander class. And as a Ranger class, during a ranged or a melee battle, she fights just that's with the same animation as all archers, by shooting arrows to the sky and letting it fall down on the enemy. However, as her Wolf Commander class, she does not follow this animation. She instead rushes in at the enemy as if she was a cavalry hero, despite both classes, her Ranger and her Wolf Commander class, being a ranged hero. Now you may be wondering, how does this affect Alustriel? Well, this is how. As you can see, by doing the animation of a cavalry hero and charging in with a ranged troop, despite being a ranged hero, she goes in and takes lethal damage, potentially knocking her out, which, as we all know, with the hero out of the picture, your unit is a goner. On the other hand, notice how in melee battle, Alustriel in her Ranger class still follows the animation of an archer, shooting arrows to the sky and letting it fall down on the enemies, making it so that she does not take hero damage, whereas her troops would take the damage. But as a Wolf Commander, she charges forward, causing her to take hero damage. With all this said, even assuming that you were to use the extreme magic bow, regardless of whether she's attacking or attacked, if you use a ranged troop, she would charge in and take much hero damage, potentially causing her to die. So attacking melee may be against what you want to do if you were using ranged troops. The only thing that would counter this is if you were to use a melee troop who will rush in with her to take the damage for her so that she does not die. Now that you know all of this, would you say that this is a major flaw in using Alustriel as her Wolf Commander class? Or would you say that this is just a glitch in her animation and she's actually supposed to attack like an archer hero, but she isn't charging in like a cavalry? But do keep in mind that Luna, as her Bowmaster class, which is essentially the same as Alustriel's Wolf Commander class, despite being in melee battle, continues to attack just like an archer by shooting arrows up to the sky and then it rain down on the enemy. Do comment below what you think about Alustriel, and if there's anything about this video that you needed more explanation about, also post a comment below, and if I have time I will get to it. Happy Langrisser, y'all!